Governor Fubara charges newly sworn in SSG COS to bring professional expertise to bear. President Tinubu calls for creation of state police to mitigate growing insecurity across Nigeria. Plus, Nigeria bids for 2027-2029 membership of United Nations Human Rights Council. Well, welcome. It's the world news. This is Don't forget, the state is the treasure base of the nation. Let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task we must accomplish. Don't forget that you can watch us live on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at RSCVPH. Subscribe and click the notification bell so you see us live when we are in the studios. My name is Obabele Barapaka, and I am on the news tonight. River State Governor Siminala Ifobara has charged the newly sworn-in Secretary to the State Government (SSG) and his Chief of Staff, also called COS, standards of integrity and any actions that could embarrass his administration. The government received the mandate shortly after the two appointees, Dr. Boko, SSG, and Dr. Ekwude, Chief of
Following the dissolution of the State Executive Council on 11 February 2026, these inaugurations mark the first appointments in a strategic effort to reconstitute the state cabinet. The move is designed to realign the administration and ensure the seamless delivery of governance and infrastructure across the state. Governor Fubara reminded the appointees that their selection was not a matter of political empowerment, but rather a call to bring their profession.
Most importantly, to yourself and to our dear states. This appointment is not for any political empowerment that you are appointed, you start raising or believing that you have a platform to abuse, insult, or create problem. It is an appointment to help this administration survive.
To the new SSG, the governor demanded thoroughness, discipline, and a deep sense of responsibility. He specifically tasked Dr. Wukuma with representing the state with honor and ensuring that ongoing projects are completed in a manner that drives development and prosperity.
Dr. Dagogo, you're a mathematician, you're in the academic, they call you academician, maybe. For anyone who has studied mathematics, who became very prominent and have grown to the level of being a PhD holder in mathematics, you must be a very thorough, dedicated, and very objective person. Respectful way. Bearing in mind that what is important to this administration now is to succeed. What is important to this administration is to see that the good works that we started, the ones that we met, we must conclude them in a way that will bring progress and development to our dear state.
To the Chief of Staff, Governor Fubara issued a firm warning against independent political maneuvering. He urged barrister education without prior clearance.
For the Chief of Staff for Government House, you're working under me. You're my personal aide. It's not a position that, as you're living here now, you start holding meeting, calling people without my permission. Let me sound it here very clear. Your activity is to make sure that administratively, image making, liaising with whoever is coming for every official assignment here is handled perfectly well. If you involve yourself in nocturnal meeting and all those things, I will sack you. I'm very serious. What is important to me today is peace, progress, and prosperity of this state. It is important to me. I am not going to compromise anything for it.
Also, Governor Fubara instructed retiring permanent secretaries to prepare their handover notes immediately, stating that it is time for them to make way for a new generation of leaders to grow within the service. Tamuno Barabi, Iblubo, Rstv News.
Those residing and doing business in River State have been enjoined to maintain peaceful coexistence with other ethnic nations in the state. Is in a sensitization tour of the oil mill markets on the need for Igbos to keep the peace. Namdo Limini.
Addressing newsmen on the essence of the peace move, the royal father recalled that a few weeks ago there was a disagreement between two traders in the popular Oyemi market that led to the death of one. He said the Igbos were wrongly accused of the killing and expressed appreciation to the police and the Directorate of State Services for exonerating the Igbos in their report, which brought calmness and sanity to the situation. According to him, this sensitization became necessary to ensure that no Igbo trader gets involved in any fight with another trader, particularly those from other ethnic nations. Eze Sam Nwokolo appealed to Igbo traders to eschew violence, remain peaceful and law-abiding, and always report any disagreement to the leadership of the market for prompt intervention to avoid escalation. He commended Governor Siminalayi Fubara for his peaceful disposition and for the support given to the Igbos, assuring him of their unalloyed support.
Also, in part of our culture, we went for sensitization to tell our people not to be part of any crime. If there is any issue, call the leadership of the place you are, or call the expression number that belongs to the Igbo community. Lay your complaint. Don't take laws into your hand. No matter the provocation, the temptation, don't take laws into your hands, because two wrongs cannot make a right.
Traders interviewed thanked Eze Ndigbo for leading the initiative for peaceful coexistence of the Igbo people and other ethnic nations in the state, and assured him of their cooperation.
As Eze come today, we go like make Eze put mouth for one or two things where they wrong, so that we go fit stand. No say yes, we get people.
Anything when you say make we do, we go do them. We no go fail them. We go unite ourselves in peace, in unity.
Nnamdi Olimini, Rstv News.
Television has been commended for providing veritable platform for pupils and students to be exposed to extracurricular activities.
School Rumukuta Ohe Ritochi Vivian made the commendation when she led teachers and students of the school on an excursion visit to the studios. The story is read from our studios.
The principal, who expressed satisfaction with the experience of the students as they toured the facility, said learning does not only take place within the four walls of the school but when exposed to first-hand knowledge. She thanked Rstv management and staff for the hospitality and warm reception accorded them, noting that they chose the medium because they have not only the facilities but manpower and programs to satisfy the curiosity of the students. She was visibly elated because both students and teachers were exposed to practical and behind-the-scenes production procedures in television broadcasting and encouraged other schools to take advantage of the opportunity provided by the River State Television to give their students balanced education.
Children learn when they go out, and we have actually seen it today. Even me as an adult, I learned a lot from this place today. So that's why sometimes we take children out so that they can also learn. We chose Rstv because sometimes children, they watch these stations without even knowing what goes on there. So that's why we actually brought them. Let them see themselves where they are seeing all these things from.
Some of the students expressed joy over the visit and thanked Rstv for opening their doors for the tour, as they equally appreciated their school for taking them out to acquire experiences outside the classroom. To them, what
they appreciate their good works and also how they welcomed us with friendly manners, spoke to us with nice words, no harsh tone like some others do. They took us like as if we are their own. I really love, which means River State Television, who taught us more about the River State Television. how journalists go around River State and even beyond to check out the events around. When they look there, they now bring the information here. He taught us about the mass, how America brought it to us. It was like a puzzle. They brought a manual for them to put it together. I'm really appreciative for this opportunity to come and see the Rstv, how they produce news and other programs and movies.
I really thank them for allowing our school to come here for experience. And I'm so glad that I'm able to see how Rstv does their news. I really love to come again, and I really thank my school for giving me this opportunity to see how Rstv works.
Divisions and units visited by the students were the engineering, news, studios, and editing suites, amongst others. Melvin Jackson, Rstv News.
From the central government, we have to report that President Bola Tinubu has urged the leadership of the 10th Senate police growing insecurity across the country. The president made the appeal during an interfaith meeting with senators at the presidential villa in Abuja, according to a statement issued by his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga. Tinubu said the creation of state police had become imperative in view of Nigeria's evolving security threats, stressing that decentralized policing would strengthen grassroots security and enable states to respond more swiftly to local challenges. He noted that a decentralized police structure would complement the existing federal security architecture. Also commended the and the National Assembly, describing unity as mandatory. Thanks the Senate for supporting key reforms of his administration, particularly the removal of fuel subsidy and tax reforms, which he described as but necessary decisions. Nigeria has formally declared for the United Nations for the 2027 to 2029 term. In a video statement, Minister of Foreign Affairs Yusuf Tugar announced the country's candidature, describing the council as an important platform for dialogue, conflict prevention, and international cooperation on human rights. He reaffirmed Nigeria's readiness to collaborate and set goals and strengthen secure learning balance as part of government's efforts to protect children in the face of security challenges. The minister also pointed to economic reform initiatives and the country's expanding digital economy as measures aimed at fostering development and stability, emphasizing that Nigeria understands the responsibilities of council prepared to work with international partners to promote peace, justice, and development in Africa and beyond. Nigeria served on the Human Rights Council until 2020 after its re-election for the 2018 to 2020 term. Elections in Mauritius and South Africa were elected for the 2026 to 2020. River State is the treasured base of the nation. Let's build and take it to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish. Watch us live on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at RSTVPH. Click the notification bell, especially on Facebook and YouTube, so you get live feed. Now, Russia-Ukraine exchange remains of soldiers as both countries discuss economic development. And in sports, IFFHS ranks Rivers United, Ayimba FC's two of global best 500 clubs. Many more reports alongside these are coming after the break. If you keep us company when we return, don't go away.
Rstv, poised to make the difference. View us on YouTube, Rstv Online, Facebook, and GoTV at channel 142.
Logos Ministries Incorporated presents Marriage Bonanza 2026. The presiding bishop of Logos Ministries Incorporated, Bishop Dr. Yomi Isijola, heartily invites both single and the married to a 4-day thought-provoking marriage expository teachings. Date: Thursday 26th February 2026 to Sunday 1st of March 2026. Time: 5 p.m. on Thursday and Saturday and 8 a.m. on Sunday. Venue: Logos Ministries Headquarters, Kilometer 1 LMF Flyover Junction, Port Harcourt, River State. Ministering Bishop Dr. Yomi Isijola, presiding Bishop, Logos Ministries Incorporated.
Marriage Bonanza.
Marriage Bonanza is going to run from 26th to the 1st of March.
Wow.
It's a whole 4 days of consistent, constant teaching to make sure you overcome the battles of
marriage.
Life. So please make it a date with us.
Absolutely.
Our Marriage Bonanza is going to run on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 2 nights and 2 mornings. It's going to be a fantastic program.
Amen.
Make it a day with us,
Amen.
and the Lord will bless you. Bye-bye.
Don't miss it.
We don't like to eat better, more nutritious meals, more veggies, but we want it tasty and easy too. No cubes, that's the secret. Made with real ingredients like chicken, parsley, and garlic, and enriched with iron, so your meals are better for you and more delicious too. That's the cocoa. Let's give it some accolades. Change your world by changing what's on your plate.
Mega Power Ministries OPM Worldwide presents Dr. Jesus Night with Coconut for the month of March. It is a night of salvation and total deliverance from sin. It is a night where we will experience the instant outpouring and manifestation of God's power. There will be instant miracles, healings, deliverance, breakthroughs, signs and wonders. Locked wombs will be opened. Great destinies will be reactivated. Lost glories and opportunities will be restored. And above all, lives will be transformed through the word and prayers. Date: Friday, 6th March 2026. Time: 8 p.m. till dawn. Venue: OPM Headquarters, Dr. Jesus City, Mbodo, Alo, River State, Nigeria. Come believing, ready to pray with your coconut and receive the anointing to walk in dominion and swear in victory.
OPM, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Thank you for staying with us again for more news. The Senate has called for the removal of the Registrar General of the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, Hussaini Mahaji, following his repeated failure to honor invitations to appear before lawmakers. The resolution was adopted after a motion was raised by Senator Oji Uzo Carlo when the President's economic team appeared before the Senate Committee on Finance. Displeasure over the absence of the CAC boss, who had been invited to give an account of the Commission's activities. Senator Uzo Carlo, agitating, moved a motion calling for the immediate removal of the Registrar General, citing what he described as persistent refusal to honor invitations from the Finance Committee. Chairman of the Senate Committee on Finance, Senator Sani Musa, also raised concerns about unresolved issues surrounding the reconciliation of the Commission's revenues, noting that the agency had repeatedly failed to appear to address the matters. Backing the motion, Senator Adams Oshomole proposed that the Senate take further steps by withholding approval of the CAC's 2026 budget. Talking foreign matters, U.S. and Iranian officials have met in Geneva for a third round of indirect talks, seen as crucial to averting conflicts, with President Donald Trump threatening to strike Iran if a nuclear deal is not reached. The discussions come amid the largest U.S. military build-up in the Middle East since the U.S.-led invasion of Iraq in 2023, with Iran vowing to respond to an attack with force. Thursday's talks were adjourned after 3 hours. Oman's Foreign Minister Badr Abdulsaidi, who is acting as mediator, said negotiators had exchanged creative and positive ideas and would return after taking a break. But the chances rather of an agreement remain unclear. Again, Russia says it has handed over the remains of 1,000 soldiers to Ukraine and has received the bodies of 35 Russian soldiers in return. It comes as Ukraine's chief negotiator met US President Donald Trump's envoys in Geneva to discuss economic plans for the reconstruction of Ukraine after the war. Negotiators are also preparing a third round of US-led talks aimed at ending the conflict, which has entered its fifth year. A trilateral missiles in different regions of Ukraine, injuring dozens of people, according to Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. Vladimir Medinsky, a top aide of Russian President Vladimir Putin, announced the exchange of bodies in a short announcement on Telegram. He gave no details, but included an image showing bodies being unloaded from a truck. Now to sports. Rivers United and Eimba have been listed among the top 500 clubs in the world in the latest 5-year ranking released by the International Federation of Football History and Statistics, also called IFFHS. In the IFFHS Men's Club World Ranking for the period 1 January 2021 to 31 December 2025, Rivers United are placed 278th with 361.75 points, while Yimba occupy 421st position with 280 points. And qualifying for the group stage of the 2025-2026 CAF Champions League. On the other hand, Eimba, 9-time Nigerian champions and 2-time CAF Champions League winners, secured the domestic league title in 2023 and finished third on 2 occasions within the period under review. Now, Nigeria's 7-time African champions, the Tigers, have announced a provisional squad ahead of the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup qualifying tournament set to take place from 11 to 17 March in 2026 in Lyon, France. Head coach Rena Wakama has selected a blend of seasoned campaigners and emerging talents as the side prepares to face France, Germany, South Korea, Colombia, and the Philippines in the qualifying event. Leading the squad are established stars Amy Okonkwo, Sarah Ogoke, Promise Amukamara, and Izinne Kalo, alongside young prospects Pius Idubano, Adenike Olawumi, Grace Efosa, Rita Ibokwe, Wandu Himba, and Tewobade Mololua. Nigeria will open their qualifying campaign against Colombia on 11 March, followed by games against South Korea on 12 March, the Philippines on 14, France on 15 March, and Germany on 17 March. The top 3 teams from the group will advance to the next stage, having secured automatic qualification for the 2026 FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup in Berlin by winning the 2025 Women's Afro-Basket. The Tigers will use the Lyon tournament to sharpen strategies and build team cohesion ahead of the global events. Alongside the hosts, Germany, Australia, Belgium, and the USA have already qualified. River State is a treasure base of the nation. Let's build and take it to greater heights. It is a task we must accomplish. Watch Rstv News live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Rstv PH. You can also subscribe. Click that bell so you get us live straight from the studios. And also in the news, a recap of some of the